Wayland composer, Steve Lehman. So any of you who had Chris or Andrew, that is their dad. He is a composer, he is a resident cellist, and he also teaches all of our cellos who are sitting right over there. I just want to tell you a teeny bit about the piece. It was originally composed for 2 cellos, and then he expanded it and for 3 cellos, which were actually some of these cellos, and then he reorchestrated it for us. So it's a really special piece for us. He explained to me that he was picking up a VW Eurovan from California and was driving back to Houston, Texas, and on a very long stretch of road eastbound, he was headed to Fort Stockton, and this popped into his head, and it has lots of road trip vibes, so hopefully that will set us up for an absolutely wonderful summer, and also kind of set us on the idea of new paths. Speaking of which, these phenomenal dream team of seniors are about to head off on their own directions as they leave us. But to all of you who had a hand in their whaling experience, you've helped them chart their course, and now they're pretty ready to launch. So I'd love to thank Eric Sang, Rachel Lay, Atticus de Grenier, David Rue, Sebastian Rideout, Annabelle Lin, Jeffrey Mao, Louis Takahashi, Alex Liu, Ben Paitilla, Jubin Kim, and Jamie Markey. Please enjoy Fort Stockton Bound.
Can occur in a lesson, in a school year, and in one's career. Can you remember your first day in Wayland? For some of you, that was just last August. For me, it was 28 years ago. I recollect being surrounded by legendary Wayland educators who had spent their careers dedicated to the art and science of teaching. I was nervous, sitting in the opening day assembly in the Wayland High School Fieldhouse. While I couldn't tell you the specifics of the superintendent's remarks, no offense to your role, David, I clearly remember watching high school students perform a parody about the upcoming new statewide testing, MCAS. The clever, irreverent script, which had been co-created by the drama teacher and the student performers, referred to this new exam we would all be expected to administer as the BSAT. I recall laughing hard and leaving that assembly thinking that Wayland was a place of creativity, a place to learn, grow, and engage playfully in collaboration with colleagues. For the last 28 years, Wayland has been such a place for me. Beginnings and endings are memorable. We launched the 25-26 school year together right here in this very auditorium, which for me was just days after I dropped off my youngest Jack for his freshman year of college. It was a cheerful start to the empty nest years for Gab and me. At our day one opening assembly in August, I shared with you a thought-provoking message that stuck with me from Jack's opening program for families. Villanova President Father Pete shared a piece of Augustinian wisdom, which was, the work of education is to help young people become who they are not yet. For me, that was a meaningful moment. After our assembly, I wrote that quote on the whiteboard in my office, and it has been an inspirational message to center me in the important work we get to collectively do each day. It's also led me to think about my son, Jack Daly, who's been busy growing into his future self 300 miles southwest of me. Father Pete's wise words still resonate for me today as we prepare to close out our school year together. We've had a year of helping students begin to become who they are not yet. Through delivering thoughtful lessons, by processing mistakes, and in awakening students' inner historian, scientist, or thespian, we've helped them to decide the type of human beings they want to be. We're helping them find their purpose. Specifically to our retirees, as you end your career, I hope there are only tears of joy from here on out. May you reflect on and celebrate your powerful contributions to our learning community. Your collective work allowed students to arrive in our school buildings ready to learn. Maybe you managed the finances to ensure every student had the supplies they needed. Or perhaps you ensured that classrooms were clean and ready for learning to happen daily. Some of you helped our littles learn to tie their shoes, helping manage big feelings and make their first friend. Others unlocked the mystery of reading, helping young learners move from sounding out letters and words to making meaning of sentences. Maybe you helped students hone their writing craft, develop proportional reasoning skills, and find joy in stories that open their eyes to worlds far beyond Wayland. Some of you supported individuals who needed just a little more scaffolding to make meaning of the curriculum across the grades. Other retirees gave students space to play constructively with classmates on the recess fields and during extended day programming. Finally, some of you wrote letters of recommendations that helped students, like mine, prepare to leave our Wayland community and learn to be who they are not yet, away from home. On behalf of the families of Wayland, I offer you thanks for dedicating your career to Wayland students. Beginnings and endings are memorable. Savor them. Whether you're starting your career this year or concluding your career this month, or somewhere along the way. Thank you for your contribution to our collective goal of educating Wayland students. I hope the work brings you joy and that you take the time to appreciate the meaningful moments along the way. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. You know, beginnings and endings, when you're a superintendent or a principal, you end up talking a lot at the beginning of the year, giving a lot of speeches, and at the end of the year. And one thing I've learned is you always need to know your audience. For example, year after year, some of us give the same speeches to new groups, and we can get out the same speech every year. But at events like this, same group, I've got to think of new material every year. And that's hard. For example, in Newton, we welcomed kindergarten families, 700, 800 would come in every year, and I would tell the same story every single year about kindergarten. We have a kindergarten retiree this year, and I would share the story that my son's kindergarten class was studying community. Great kindergarten unit. What kind of jobs do people have in your community? What do people do? So they were in a circle at morning meeting, and one student shared, my father owns a restaurant and works with my mother. Another student, and they were small business people, said, my father and mother own a cleaners, and I actually still go. And my son, thinking you had to own something, my father owns schools. The teacher had no idea what to do with that, and what that shows in this job, you never know what students are going to say, and that's part of the richness. And that's how we collect stories, and when you think about our retirees and the stories that they share, or year after year, think about the stories that you share with your students every year that are so meaningful. That's the power of this. So I guess what I have to do today is share new material, but maybe I don't, because Betsy just said nobody remembers what the superintendent said anyway. So I'm going to try some new material, but here's the challenge I face. I checked my material from last year, and actually last July, one of you wrote to me and said, keep saying one of the same things every year because it brought good luck. So let me share what the story was from last year. You'll recall Joe and the students, we showed a picture of the Red Sox up here and the music, and I said, I'm glad it was raining that day so they didn't have to watch the Red Sox, and then I went on to say I was giving retiree advice, and I looked at my notes about the advice. Number one, it said, given the state of our country, I should probably say given the state of our president, pardon me, but monitor your cable news. And then I looked at my notes and I said, given the state of the Red Sox, monitor your baseball watching. Well, one of you wrote to me last summer and said, keep criticizing the Red Sox every year, because right after that, a few weeks later, they went on a 10-game winning streak right before the All-Star break. So for those of you who are retiring watching baseball, I hope your Red Sox go on a 10-game winning streak before the All-Star break. A couple of months ago, just about a month ago, I had a chance to spend time with some Wayland retirees from 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and they were sharing stories about their work and what was meaningful. And one of the retirees, I was really struck by it, said, I love my relationships with my students. I cherish them. That's why I got up every day and made a difference. But in retirement, what sustains me is thinking about the powerful relationships I had with my colleagues and all they did to support me, because I couldn't have done it without everybody in the district. And that really describes a lot of this district. And then we heard others in the room who retired talk about mentors they had from 40 and 50 years ago, and still thinking about them. And they referred to being 22-year-old novices, not knowing anything about teaching. And then years later, they look around. I don't know if any of you feel this. I'm the oldest person in my grade level, my department, my school, and our roles shift. And part of what we all do together, some of you are smiling because I'm not the only one who feels this way sometimes, that our roles shift. We mentor, we provide perspective. Think about the incredibly difficult class that you've never seen before, a difficult parent conversation, whatever it may be. There is somebody in your building who has perspective that can support you, that can help you get through the hard times. For our teaching assistants, a number of whom are retiring this year, that student with a unique profile, and you're able to help a new teaching assistant. We've seen this before, but even if we haven't, we've got this. We can do this. I think about our custodians and what they went through this winter, the work that they did. We have a retiring custodian. Those veteran custodians will say, I remember 2015. We got through that, but it was all team and support. And it's really about empathy, understanding, problem solving, figuring out how to respond during challenging times. That's what characterizes this district, and what I learned is from generation to generation. It also involves responding to new ideas. I was thinking about some of our retirees and when they started teaching, and then I realized, boy, I was starting around that time too. And we didn't have technology back in the 90s, and we've had to learn a lot. And when I think of people working through their careers and everything they've learned and being open to technology, and then figuring out, like, what does it mean and what does it not mean? You know, I was at a superintendent's meeting a little while ago with a bunch of superintendents, and one of our new colleagues, who was from a different generation, was showing off his AI skills like it's nobody's business, how he manages and does this with AI. And I walked out of the meeting with my friend Harry Graham, who many of you know, and we looked at each other and said, not us, not us. But then we started talking, and we were relishing the days when there was no technology, and we're coming full circle, right? Walking to classes today, students holding books, having conversations, blue books coming back. But it's really about understanding, which all of you have done, as I think about our retirees, how do you use technology and do the best about the future, but also take all the lessons from the past in combining those two. And that's a lot of what I see in this district right now, is people forward thinking and thinking past. And that's really what our retirees and those of us who've been around for a while, that's what we need to do as we think about bringing new teachers into the profession. I was just looking at the resumes some of our new people we're hiring right out of school, and I think with fewer people going to education, we're hiring more people. And I can't think of a district that's better equipped because of all of you to support newer people coming into education, because we need to make our district attractive to new people, because it is getting more and more challenging. The other thing I think about, you know, this work right now and all of you is there aren't many professions left where we have human interactions on a daily basis, and how meaningful that is. And that's still the bread and butter of our work. Regardless of your role, teacher, teaching assistant, custodian, business office, the work of education remains an incredibly human endeavor in an increasingly technological world. And that's, I think, more people are now aware of that. That's what it's about. It's the thoughtfulness, the wisdom, and joy that our retirees have brought to us and have made an amazing difference both to students and to their colleagues. And 30 years from now, when some of us, or 20 years, some of you are retired, you'll be talking about our retirees and what they did for all of you and the difference that they made. And for that, we are grateful.
Before I read the names of our staff members who are reaching milestones today, I'd like to offer a sincere thank you to our custodians, food service staff, and tech crew for all the behind-the-scenes work that made this event possible. I so appreciate, in particular, Lynn Featherstone, Diane Marabello, and Melissa Webb for coordinating the many details of today's celebration. And on to the milestones. For this section of the program, when I call your name, we invite you to please rise to be recognized with your colleagues with a round of applause at the end of the list. So the following group of people have served 10 years in Wayland. We have Rachel Beloli, Roxanne Brown, Tom Donaldson, Stephanie Fry, Gail Gledhill, Caitlin Golden, Sherry Grace, Veronique Latimer, Joel Mode, Kim Pisklo, Fiona Reardon, Rondre Rosario, Erin Ryan, Margo Stitham, and Emily Vonderheide. Your principal will give you your certificate tomorrow. For 15 years of service, we've got Rebecca Abrams, Ellen Cheeseman-Meyer, Susan Chisholm, Leslie Corner, Molly Cushion, Kelly Lopez, Linda Moran, John Porter, Cynthia Reynolds, Carol Reynolds, Sid Tiska, and Jess Villachoro. Years of service, we have Joe Anselmi, Kay Basson, Patrice Buckley, Ruth Berman, Carolyn Crary, Mercedes Fergali, Nicole Wynn, Mike Coton, Jen Matthews, Hip Rivera, and Eva Santos. Years of service, quarter of a century, folks. We have, Jeanette Coffey, Nancy Flores, Shelley Fraser, Heidi Freelander, Stephanie Galvani, Tanya Cairns, Giselle Kuka, Sarah Langelier, Susan Nunnally, Rebecca Polo, and Burnett Bernard. In Wayland, we have Lorraine Keegan, Diane Marabella, Eileen McManus, and Scott Persabian. And our big winner this year with 35 years of service to Wayland Public Schools, Jackie Moquin. Jeff Benson, new to Wayland this year, was appointed and served as the secretary for the Massachusetts Instrumental and Choral Conductors Association, MICA, on their executive board. He was also invited to guest conduct the All-State Jazz Band in January for a performance in Maine. And once again, Wayland was selected as a Best Community for Music Education for the 17th consecutive year. Congratulations. It is time for the main event, our retirees. So I'll be inviting Christine Patterson, Director of Finance and Operations, to recognize our first retiree.
Thank you. I am pleased to honor Dale Gudeco, our accounts payable guru for the district. Come on up, Dale. Now I invite Patty to Nordum for TCW recognition.
Thank you. TCW would like to recognize and thank two outstanding teaching assistants. First, we have Adrian Velasti, who has been a member of TCW for 31 years. We would also like to thank Sue Fisk-Williams for her 11 years working at TCW. I would like to invite Marie Brigham, principal from Clay Pit Hill School, to come up to the podium.
First, I'd like to congratulate fourth grade educator, 18-year veteran of Wayland, Michelle Fisk. We're also recognizing Jean Gennaro in absentia. She couldn't join us today. She's actually working days. And I'd like to invite Nicolette Fondas, principal, Happy Hollow.
We have the pleasure first. Tom Donaldson is retiring. He is not here today, but congratulations, Tom Donaldson. And then I'm going to be inviting up together the two lovely ladies who are going to miss terribly, Lorraine Horgan and Lee Swide. And I'd like to invite up Brian Jones from Hooker.
And I would like to congratulate Joe Libben, 28 years in the district, and my best friend who plays football, soccer, and basketball with me. I don't know what I'm going to do next year. Joe, come on down. like to welcome up Middle School Principal Deborah Romeo.
It is my honor and pleasure to congratulate our 2 retirees on behalf of the Wayland Middle School community. First person in absentia, Kristen Offord. And I want to welcome Dale Porter to come on down. Dale. Well, I'm going to change that to Dale in absentia, and we will follow up with both of them tomorrow. And I would like to invite Allison Mizuguchi to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so pleased to honor caregiver, baker, problem solver, collaborator, math teacher, math intervention teacher, Janet Pappas. Congratulations. I'm also pleased to honor Kitty Smith, who could not be with us, our librarian assistant with a heart of gold, who's created amazing connections with students and colleagues. We honor her as well.
We have just a few photos of our retirees in action.